Gee, would it be? It's Mr. Bubblegum Man, female's favorite, Slim every dope boy, corporate gangster, St. Louis MoneyNow, DJ MoneyNow himself. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in, man, and that's tuning in right now into the Wifeable podcast. Shout out to, okay. Shout out to our special, I see you. She just joined the live. I'm gonna go ahead and send you an invite. I just sent that to you. Yo,
What's up?
what's the word? What's the word? The real Boho Bay in the building, man, ladies and gentlemen, man. So shout out to you for being my special guest this week. How you feeling?
Good. Let me fix this view. I feel like it's too close. Got my grill all up in the camera.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
There we go. Back up some.
Let the world see you. Let the world see you. So, for those who don't know, I'm saying, shout out to everybody that's tuned in right now. If you haven't done so already, make sure you follow the Wifeable podcast on Instagram. And also, when you get the chance, go over there to YouTube and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Trying to get to them 1,000 subscribers so I, can keep it going. So, Boho Bay, are you ready?
Ready.
All right, so before I get started, let me just say, this is a judgment-free zone. Criticism free zone as well. These questions are strictly for, to let, other heterosexual men like myself, let them know what's out there, who, for those who looking for a woman who they, might just seem worthy of their time, type shit. So that's all it's about. So with that being said, the questions will get a little more, a little more juicy as they go. But, any question you don't feel like answering, you can just say pass or skip, whatever you want to do, all right?
Okay.
All right, cool. So let's start with some icebreaker questions. Name, where you from, age, occupation, what you do, stuff like that. Zodiac sign.
So I go by Boho. People call me Bo. I am 43. I'm in California, Northern California, not Southern, so not LA.
Okay.
I am a content creator. That is my full-time job. And my zodiac is I'm an Aries, Sun, Capricorn, Moon, and a Cancer rising.
Okay. I like the fact that you hip on all three of them. So you say Aries Sun?
Yes.
A Capricorn Moon?
Yes.
And a Cancer rising. Okay.
Right.
That what's up. Well, I'm a Cancer Sun, a Aries Moon, and a Virgo rising.
Oh, that's funny.
What's funny about it?
That's what's up. It's similar.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm still learning, so you know what I'm saying. I don't have an overstanding and all that stuff just yet, but yeah, I'm gonna worry about that though. Okay, so let's get to it. Like it's nothing to it. So, Bo, tell me, like, what's a wife in your own words?
To be honest, I don't feel like there's one definition to a wife. I feel like the definition of a wife depends on what the man is in need of. I've always believed that about relationships. I don't think that anything is really one size fits all. So when somebody asks me questions like that, or even the question like, well, what do you bring to the table? I don't like those type of questions, only because I might bring something different to one table than I bring to another table, because it depends on what that table needs. So I don't feel like there's one definition that should be set for a wife. It's basically a partner that completes the person that they're with, that brings whatever that person is needing, that completes that picture for that person.
Okay. All right. Oh, that's cool. Like I said, I ain't judging you. So whatever you tell me, shit, I'm just going off what you say. All right. So tell me, like, what's your ideal honeymoon?
Like the actual honeymoon, like after a marriage?
Yeah, like, what's your ideal honeymoon? I want to know.
I mean, I'm different. Like I am not a believer in all of that stuff. Like I think all of that stuff is man-made. It's made up. It's just not important to me. Like I don't really care about that type of stuff. It's just not It's not a priority to me. So I've never given much thought to, like, I'm not one of those women that's like, oh, I want my wedding to look like this, and I want this, and I want that, and then for my honeymoon it has to be this and that. I'm not that person. I'm more focused on the relationship and the quality of the relationship and what we're going to do with our future. I don't really care about the nuances that the world tends to focus on when it comes to marriage, like the honeymoon. So I really can't even answer that. I really don't care.
Okay, now that's what's up. So, like, are you willing to be married, like, not legally? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, or you have to have the paperwork in force?
I'm willing to be married, not legally.
I fucks with that. You know what I'm saying? Most definitely do.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Bo, do you would you consider yourself knowing how to pick the good man from the wrong man?
I'm not going to say pick, because I definitely have a track record of picking the wrong ones. So I'm one that definitely gets fooled in the beginning by ones that portray themselves to look like they're quote unquote good, and then they end up not being good.
Makes sense. So what do you value most about a man? Like, and I'm gonna break it down to like 4 different categories, you know what I'm saying? So like education and degrees, money, finances, looks and masculinity, or experience.
The most, I'm gonna say, oh, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna have to pick looks and masculinity, only because I don't feel like experience is not something. A lot of things can be taught and learned on the job, so I'm not really concerned about experience. What bothers me about the looks masculinity category is it's not necessarily the looks, it's more the masculinity that makes me pick that one.
Yeah.
Just because I cannot stand like a soft, or like a man that's like whiny or just too feminine in nature. So that's going to supersede everything for me, because even if they checked all the other boxes, or however you want to say that, if they're not masculine, it's just not, so I'm going to have to choose that category simply because of the masculine part.
Okay, cool. Nah, yeah, that's why I asked, because, like, you know, some women value degrees, some women value experience, some women value, you know, a man's money and finances. So, yeah, I'm glad you elaborate on that.
Yeah, I just feel like everything else can kind of be taught, earned, gained, but masculinity is something you either have or you kind of don't have. So,
Nah, big facts. I agree. So have you ever been engaged, Bo?
yes.
Okay. So have you ever been married?
Yes.
Okay. So do you believe in prenups?
No.
Okay, what about divorce?
Do I believe in it? I'm gonna have to say yes, because I do believe it to be an option.
Okay. I got you.
And as far as prenups, when I say I don't believe in it, I mean like I don't care about it one way or another. Like I'm not saying like I don't believe in it like you shouldn't get one. I'm saying like that kind of stuff is not where my mind's at. So
Right. You basically saying whether, you know, a man want one or don't want one, like you're not really tripping.
right.
Okay. Now that's what's up. So tell me, like when you was married, like did you hyphenate your last name?
No, I changed it.
Okay. Now, cause you know some women, you know, they believe in the hyphenate the last name. That's why I asked.
Yeah, no, I completely changed it.
Okay. So like, Bo, do you feel like you're a gold digger?
Not at all.
Okay, cool. That's what's up. So like, if one of us has debt, right, outstanding amount of debt, when we get if you was to get married, like, would that become our debt, or this more like, oh no, that's still your debt. You got $1,000 in student loan, and you know, or do we bring it together?
It honestly depends on the financial situation. Like if I'm in a better financial situation and my partner has debt, then I'm going to help my partner pay that debt off. But if I'm not in a good financial situation, then I'm not going to take on that debt. You know, it's not a matter of like, oh, I don't want that debt because it was yours, or you know, you accumulated it before me. It's not so much that as it is, can I help you or can I not? Like, if I can help you, I'm going to help you. And then we'll be good and you'll be clear of that debt. But if I don't have the finances to clear that debt for you or help you to clear it, then there's nothing I can do. But it's not, again, not something that's important to me to where it's just like, oh yeah, I'm not going to mess with you because you have, you know, student loans or, you know, whatever like that.
Okay. That's what's up. That's good to know. So like, but would you consider yourself a free spender?
No, I wouldn't say, because I'm very calculated with my spending.
No, that's what's up. All right. Okay. I like that.
And I'm also pretty cheap. Like like I'm one of those people that I would rather go to, like, I mean, hate to say it, I know a lot of women are not going to agree with this, but I'd rather go to Forever 21 and buy like a whole new closet worth of shit than like one outfit that costs the same amount as like, because I feel like whatever I wear, I'm gonna be cute in it anyway. So I don't need it to cost like 5 G's. I just don't.
Nah, that's real wisdom right there. You know what I'm saying? Because motherfuckers got to blow in the bag.
I mean, I'm not gonna turn down a gift. Like if somebody wants to give me an expensive bag, but I don't require that, and I don't go out and, you know, like look for that.
Okay. I like that. You ever applied for bankruptcy before?
Yes, I did. After my first divorce, I did have to file for bankruptcy because I did not want to take on all of the debt from the marriage.
Nah, that's what's up. Okay. Is there like a spending limit before you consult with your man about anything? I guess we could say husband in this case.
You know, for me, it doesn't matter if they're my husband or if they're just my boyfriend. Like, we live together and we're sharing finances, and I want to make a large purchase. If our finances is together, you know, I'll probably, anything over like maybe 500, I'll probably say, hey, I'm gonna get this. You know what I mean? Because that's a big purchase for me. I don't typically purchase stuff over like $500. So if I am, it'll probably be like a wig or maybe, but more likely a wig. That's
Now,
what I spend the most money on, is like wigs. But I would probably ask about that, like around the 500 or more range. Yeah.
damn, wigs costing $500 nowadays.
They be like, I mean, the good ones, yeah. They be like, you know.
I mean, I don't know. So I got a bald head, so you know, I don't do no wig.
They're definitely, the good ones are definitely pretty expensive. But I mean, again, I most of the time do my own hair, so I don't have to pay for installation. Or like when I do hair like this hair costs, I want to say maybe $40 total, because this is just crochet hair and then I braid it myself. So this is a $40 hairstyle, but it's still cute. You see what I'm saying? So I'm really not I'm not expensive. I just look expensive.
I fuck with it. So let me ask you this then. Like, what's your love language?
Quality time.
Okay. So you're aware about the 5 main ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you rank yours for me?
It would be quality time, words of affirmation, I'm trying to think, what are the other, gifts is at my bottom. So I know gifts is 5th.
Okay. And then
quality time is 1st, words of affirmation is 2nd, 3rd is like what is it when you do stuff for other people?
acts of services.
Acts of service is 4th.
So
and then what's left?
Physical touch.
Physical touch is 3rd. There you go. So it goes quality time, words of affirmation, physical touch, acts of service, and then gifts. That's my order.
Okay, so it's I want to ask you this, knowing that gifts is your last and quality time is your first, physical touch in the middle. Like, one thing that peeped out to me was words of affirmation. So what is it about words of affirmation that does it for you?
I think it's because, and this is just my guess, because I've pondered this myself, but I think it's because of I get so many like compliments and I love yous and I want to marry yous from everywhere being on social media, that it kind of doesn't mean a lot to me unless it's coming from the person that I want it to come from.
Right. Okay.
So like it's worse when like I'm getting it from everywhere else and not from the person that I want it from. So that's what makes it important to me.
I got you. Nah, because I be thinking about, in that situation, like knowing that, you are an attractive woman, and you getting it, what I'm saying, for everybody and their mama, all the orbiters, all the simps and all that stuff. So it's like, as a man, I be thinking, just now this is just me. I be thinking like, to most definitely stand out, be different, whatever you want to call it, unintentional. Just, I'm not gonna, fill your head up with all them compliments, because I know you get them, you hear them all the time.
I hate that, and that is the common misconception. Like, it's so crazy. Like, every single guy I date thinks that, and it's like, I really actually do want those things to come from that person. I don't want it from everybody. I want it from that one person, but they're like, oh, she gets it all the time. I'm not gonna do that. And I'm like, dude, that's what I want the most from you. I want you to tell me I look beautiful. I want you to tell me you love me. I want you to tell me, like, you want to see me. I want you to say those things to me. Like, it doesn't matter, that everyone else is saying it.
Right, but that's
by the way, the people that are talking about that beeping, that's at his house, not mine.
Yeah, that's I'm guilty. Yeah, I got to change the batteries and ignore it. I mean, I haven't heard it. Motherfuckers keep bringing it up. Like, I guess maybe I'm just,
I changed my batteries.
I got send me some batteries, man. Donate to the show, man, so I can give me some batteries. Looking at it. No, but that's interesting because but that's the importance of knowing, saying your significant other, your woman, your man, whoever you dealing with, knowing they love language. So that's very important. So yeah, knowing that, what I'm saying, I know, like, if we was something, item or whatnot, I would know, okay, she wants that from me, versus like
right.
me assuming like, man, she get that from somebody else, like, she want from me, or whatever the case might be. Yeah, so I feel that. So, Bo, tell me, do you have any anger management issues?
No.
Okay, you answer that quick.
Well, no. So, because that's one thing that, like, people kind of hate about me. Like, I can come across nonchalant because I don't have that, like, anger thing where I'm yelling and I'm screaming or we're about to argue and this and that. It's like, I don't have that so much that I sometimes can come across like nonchalant, like I don't care, when I actually do care. So I definitely don't have the anger thing.
Nah, I feel that because, like, I just don't got the energy for it. I'd rather leave you alone versus trying to, force you to do something, or,
Exactly.
like, beat your ass or something. Like, nah, I ain't got time for all that.
Exactly.
So, nah, but that's what's up. So, like, tell me some of your toxic traits.
Probably the nonchalant thing is one. Another one is probably I put up with too much. Like, I'll put up with a lot. Like, I'll be extremely forgiving for like almost too long, and then I'll be gone like that. Like, you'll be like, what the hell just happened? Because we was good, and I'll be like, no, actually,
We ain't been good for hellas.
Yeah, so like with my ex, he came home one day and I was just gone. Like, I had took off and moved out while he was at work. but I but I had warned him, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had tried to talk to him about several things over the whole duration of the relationship, and then, but it's like, but when I'm done, I'm done. And I know, and that's pretty toxic, like, just to up and cut on somebody that way. But yeah.
No, I mean, it's ultimately, what I'm saying, you got to do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big advocate for people who are in toxic situations to get out of them. You know what I'm saying? Whether man, woman, like, it don't matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be where you appreciate and celebrate it.
Right.
Never be where you tolerate.
Yeah. I would say that was probably the biggest one.
So nonchalant and going ghost.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's not that toxic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather have a nonchalant woman than a woman causing the big scene. That's actually my next question. Have you ever caused a big scene in public?
No. No. Mm-mm. I don't like that type of attention. I already get enough attention, and I try not to draw more attention to myself. I've actually somewhat fairly uncomfortable with the amount of attention that I get in general. So I definitely don't try to do anything to bring more. Like if I'm upset at something and we're out and about, I can definitely wait till we get in the car or to the house to talk about it. Like I don't even want to like talk about it. And again, that's been an issue in the past because like I'll be with a person in a relationship and we'll have like some sort of disagreement or something and we'll be in the middle of a restaurant and they'll want to talk about it and I'm like not right now. Like we're not gonna do that because I feel like even if we're not like yelling, people can look over and like see our body language and tell that we're like not getting along, and I don't want to give off that type of vibe. Like I'm big on like energy and vibes, and I feel like I just don't want to be giving that off.
No, that's real. That's real. So like in that situation, like when things are off, like how do you go about, like do y'all just sit in awkward, like the vibe is gonna be awkward anyway, so do y'all just sit not talk about it, y'all just go on about your day, just knowing y'all got the animosity in the room, or
Yeah, I'm really good at like the going on about your day thing. Like I can act like I can act like things are good so well that the other person will forget there was even an issue. And then when it's time to discuss it, I'm like, oh no, we about to talk about this. No, I'm still mad. Like, don't get it twisted. I'm still like, you still did that shit. Like, we're gonna talk about this. But yeah, I'm very good at like going on about something, even if I'm still like upset about something else. I can definitely move it along.
Okay, now that's what's up. So yeah, man, shout out to everybody that's tuned in to the live right now. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't done so already, make sure you follow the Wifeable Podcast on Instagram and go over there to YouTube when you get the chance, man, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right, so back to the Boho Bay. So what Boho come from? I know you say you go by Bo. Where they come from?
Well, it comes from Bohemian, which most people know what that is. It's just a style, basically, and it's a style that best describes me, my personality, in general, because I'm just kind of like a free spirit. I'm from Berkeley, California, so like I'm definitely a hippie. Like I definitely will not wear shoes if I don't have to. Like I'll walk outside barefoot. I like the flowing skirts and the minimalistic tops, tube tops, different little stuff like that. My decor is usually boho. You can see my bed is is boho.
Okay.
Even like my decor on my wall. Let me see if you can see it. See, all boho stuff.
That's
So,
interesting. Yeah, I ain't really familiar with the boho stuff, so this is new to me.
Yeah. So it's just it's just a style that describes me, and I just decided to name myself Boho Bay, and people just call me Boho.
And I know you got the real Boho Bay, so I'm pretty sure you probably got people trying to intimidate me. It's not intimidate, but basically like copy you, and then you had to
Imitate.
imitate.
Yeah, the funny thing is, before I even became big on social media, I called myself the real Boho Bay. So it wasn't just Boho Bay first, and then I changed it to the real Boho Bay. I kind of had some insight. Like, I don't want to say I'm psychic because I'm not psychic, but I do have a little bit of insight on stuff, and sometimes I can see things before they happen. So I knew that I was going to be big with this name. So when I created it as the real Boho Bay from the beginning.
Let me find out you got some superpowers.
I mean, if you know, you know.
You know. Okay. So, Bo, tell me what's flirting to you.
For me, everything is flirting. Like I feel like I can't even say thank you to a man, and they think I'm flirting with them. So, I just try to stay away from all of it because, like I said, anything I do is flirting. But if I didn't have that issue, I would think flirting would be giving extra compliments, like not just your normal, you look nice, but you know, going out of your way to give someone a compliment, maybe like on a regular basis, or if you're only seeing that person for the first time, let's say, then flirting would be making cute little remarks, you know what I mean, like little catchy compliments or something like that. Maybe noticing something on them and making a comment about it, stuff like that.
Okay. So like what's I know what you kind of said it from your point of view. You know what I'm saying? Like you saying thank you to a man is in the sense like man think you flirting. So when do you think man is flirting with a woman in general? I mean, I know you kind of broke it down, but
yeah, like it's, to me, in my experience, it's mainly been like the compliments. So like if a man is overly complimenting you, or is complimenting you and then kind of like not leaving you alone after that, like not just a compliment and a walk away, but like a compliment and a stay, and continuous compliments, or they'll try to like point something out about you that is not as common. You know what I mean? Like they'll say, oh, you're, I don't know. Like instead of just, oh, you're beautiful, they'll pick something out on you. Like, oh, I like that nail color. And you're just like, come on. Like, I know you do not care about my nail color. Like at all. Like, let's not pretend. But, you know, obviously that person is trying to flirt. So they'll pick something out that a guy won't normally comment on. And then they'll say, oh yeah, you know, that red on your nails is blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, so, or they'll try to like make you laugh. Cause I have resting bitch face. So
she said
like, I'm not gonna lie. Like I say, and I'm so serious. Like people will be like, oh, don't look so mean. And I'm like, this is my regular face. Like, what you want me to do? Like, I gotta go around walking like this. Hey, how you doing? Like, I'm not gonna do that. Like, I have the right to have a straight face just like anybody else. And it's not my fault that it's mean. It's my mom's fault. She gave it to me. But, you know, they'll be like, oh, don't be so mean. Don't look so mean. Smile, smile. And I'm like, I'm gonna smile less if you tell me to smile. Because I don't do what I'm told.
No, you don't do what you're told, huh?
I don't do what I'm told, no. Unless I have a man.
I would say that sounds like a toxic trait right there.
No.
But if you do what your man told, then that's different.
No, because I'm definitely what do you call it? I am definitely, I don't want to say masculine, but like I don't like being told what to do. But I will say, like, when I'm in a relationship, I need to be in a relationship with a man that knows how to tell me what to do. Does that make sense? Like, yeah. I don't want to be in control in my relationship. But if I'm single, you ain't gonna tell me.
You're gonna do what you want to do. I mean, that's anybody, right?
Right.
No, but I feel that, yeah, because and it's all about communication. You know what I'm saying? Like on my other podcast, just look shameless plug. You know what I'm saying? FEMALEHOLIC Podcast. I instruct men. You know, so I try to help them with accountability and shit like that. You know, and so like, you know, taking lead and actually knowing how to communicate. You know what I'm saying? Just knowing, like, you know, you can't have a hood chick and trying to talk to her like a, you know, oh darling. You know what I'm saying? Like they gonna think you lame versus like, you know, you meet a whatever you want to call her, just not a hood chick, the opposite of a hood chick, whatever that may be. You know what I'm saying? You got to know, you can't talk to her like you would talk to a hood chick. You know what I'm saying? So I try to help men, you know what I'm saying, with knowing how to interact with women, you know what I'm saying? So that's neither here nor there. So let's get back to it, like nothing to it.
Yeah.
So Bo, do you ever feel like it's okay to call a man a bitch?
No. That's not okay. Now, have I done it? Yes, I have. Because he was acting like one, but I'm not gonna say it's okay. I'm not gonna say it's okay.
Okay. So like, have you ever been like shot at, stabbed, or jail for a major crime?
Shot at, no. Stabbed, no. Jail for no.
Okay.
That threw me off. I was like, wait, what? No.
Yeah. Okay. Nah. Yeah. I asked all my guests this, so you know what I'm saying. Are you vaccinated?
No.
All right, cool. I fucks with it. So like, what's your relationship like with your father?
My father is dead.
Sorry
And
to
I
hear.
did not know him. I did not. He was a crackhead when I was born, and he never left that life. So I never had the opportunity to get to know him. I saw him really up close for the first time because I had seen him in passing, like as I was growing up, just on the street or when he would try to come to my grandparents. I was raised by my grandma and my grandpa. But I only really got to see his face like at his funeral. I never knew him.
Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. So tell me about your relationship. Like, what's your relationship like with your mother?
She was in Louisiana most of my life. I was raised by my grandparents. So I didn't meet her until I visited her once as a kid, I remember, for a summer, but I didn't really like get to be around her till I was like 14. So my mom is, I love her to death, but she's more like, kind of like an auntie to me versus a mom because she wasn't around for my upbringing. It was my grandma. So my grandma I called my grandma mama, like she was my mom. And then I called my grandfather daddy. He was my dad. So.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. So, do you think your career is more important than your family?
Not my kids.
Yeah, that's when I say family, I'm thinking the family you made.
No.
Okay, no, that's what's up. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. It's refreshing to hear that because I ain't got to go into it. You know, kind of the state of our community.
Yeah, I would give up my career for my immediate family that I made, meaning my man, my kids.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. So, I know you say you don't like this question earlier. I asked all my guests this, so I just want to
You
see
bring
what
to
you.
the table. You better not ask me that.
No. Not to bring to the table because, like, I don't even believe in that shit. That's never been one of my questions. I was gonna say more. Who would you consider the prize in the relationship, men or women?
I think both are the prize, honestly. Both should be the prize. I know there are a lot of situations where the women are the prize, and there are a lot of situations where the men are the prize. But in my ideal relationship, I would want both people to be the prize. I definitely don't want to be the prize. I don't want to be treated as more important, and I also don't want to be treated as less important. So I feel like both people should be prized for one another.
Great answer. Okay, so like, do you like to be cold approached by men?
What do I like to be? What?
Cold approached by
What is
men.
that?
It's actually for example, you could be out with your homegirls, you know what I'm saying, having a drink at the bar, whatever the case, and a man come up to you and say, "Hey, what's up, baby? What's your name? You know what I'm saying? Can I get your number?" Blah blah. Or however you approach it, you know what I'm saying. But you weren't checking for him. You didn't give him no, attraction confirmations.
Oh,
No,
cold approached.
yeah, what you thought I said?
Like codependent. I thought you were
All right,
saying
no.
code. I was like, what is that? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because it could be someone that I would be interested in, but I just didn't see them. So I wouldn't say that I don't like that. I think that's okay. It doesn't require an invitation. No.
Okay. I mean, like, okay, let me ask you this then. Do you prefer to like give a man choosing signals before he approach, or you know what I'm saying, like you say, it's kind of open, you don't mind man
No,
approach you?
I don't prefer that.
Okay, so you ain't choosing nobody. You kind of just waiting for men to approach you and choose you.
Correct.
It's interesting. Okay. All right. Do you like children?
No. No, I don't. I don't. I love my kids. But I'm not a kid person. No. I'm just being honest. And I wasn't even a kid person before I had kids at
Look,
all.
I love your honesty. That's all I want you to be, is
I
honest.
don't lie. And that might be a toxic trait because I will not lie. And even if what I have to say is fucked up, I'm gonna say it.
And don't jump ahead now, because that was actually one of my questions. Like, oh, I'm gonna bring it up again though, but I'm
Okay.
gonna hold you to what you said, because I do disagree with one thing, but we're gonna move forward.
Okay.
So you don't like kids, and you got a kid, right?
I do.
How many times you been pregnant?
I've been pregnant 6 times. Yeah.
Okay. And I don't think I asked you this, but I'm assuming how many you got?
I have 4. I have 4 kids. One is an adult. So he's 20. Or he'll be 21 in a couple months. I 2 daughters that are 14. They're not twins. They're just very close together in age. And 8-year-old.
Okay. I ain't heard the last one. What'd you say?
I have an 8-year-old.
Okay, that's what's up.
And these are from marriage. I've been married twice, so. And then the other 2 were miscarriages with the same father.
I got you. So like, how many kids would you? I mean, I'm assuming you probably done, right, with the kids.
You know, honestly, I'm not gonna say that, only because if I met someone that did not have children and they wanted a child, I would consider it, actually.
I like that.
Because I typically only meet guys that don't have kids. Like my whole life, I've always met guys that didn't have kids. So, yeah.
Okay, now that's what's up. So like is their father like actively in their life?
My daughters, no, but my son, yes.
Okay. So with the father, I just want to ask, like, why you not with none of the father of your children?
My first husband, unfortunately, was a chronic cheater. He just would not stop. And so I did eventually divorce him because he cheated on me with a prostitute. And at that point, I was like, okay, this is getting out of hand. So I'm going to let you go do what you do. And I left. And then my second husband ended up being a closet alcoholic. And he did end up giving me a concussion in one of his drunken episodes. And I did see him through rehab twice before I left. And he would go right back to drinking. And he was very, very angry drunk. So I did eventually divorce him as well.
Wow, man, them spirits be bringing them out, don't they? God damn. Not a concussion, though.
And the thing is, like, when he wasn't drunk, he was like the most amazing person that you would ever meet. Like, he was a great father, a great person, a great husband, a great everything. But it was like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And when he was drunk, he was like the complete opposite.
Man, ain't that crazy?
Yeah.
So you had experience there. So when it comes to schooling your offspring, is it private school, public school, home school, charter school? What kind of school?
I homeschooled my oldest, the one that's 20, all the way until high school. My daughters did not want to be homeschooled, so they went to public school. And then my son, he's autistic. He is nonverbal autistic, so he goes to special school.
Okay. All right. So, like, Bo, tell me, what's a deal breaker for you?
Smoking, drinking, drugs, lying, cheating, lack of attention, lack of commitment. Those are things that I just absolutely, it's like it's a no for me.
So when you say smoking, I'm assuming you talking about any kind of smoke?
Any kind. I can't do it.
Like weed, can't do, I know you, okay.
I don't like how it smells. It stinks. It's a disgusting habit no matter what you're smoking. It's gross to me. It's unattractive to me. So I can't. Okay.
And you say attention, lack of attention. Like, are you saying like attention to you?
Like, yeah, like if you're one of those guys that think you can like get me and then like basically you're just holding me hostage because you don't call, you don't text hardly, you don't respond to text messages, you don't take me out, you don't spend time with me. Like, I'm just not getting any attention from you. That's a no.
Got you. I got you. So, like, have you ever cheated?
No.
No.
No, I have not. That's disgusting to me. Like, my body is, it's my body. Like, I'm not about to let someone foreign inside my body. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's gross to me. So, like, when I'm with a person, I get accustomed to being with them, and so does my body, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So, like, I can't just go get it from somewhere else. Like, not only am I not going to feel right, my body is not going to react right either.
That makes sense. Okay. I fuck with it.
But I'd rather just leave. Like, if I'm getting to the point where I have to cheat, something else is wrong. So I'm either going to try to resolve that issue, or if it's not able to be resolved, then I'm just going to leave.
So, like, when your husband was doing what he was doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't never try to get your lick back type shit.
Oh, no. And then some girl ended up calling me saying that she had an STD, and I was like, oh, well, you and him got it, because I don't touch him no more. Like, yeah. See, that's why I don't play with that, because that's not it at all.
Yeah, because I one thing I do know about women, like, they mentally leave the relationship first before they leave physically.
True. That is true.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, and unfortunately, there's a lot of people in relationships and marriages where the woman checked out a long time ago. They just there.
I'm definitely guilty of that. I will definitely mentally check out long before I physically check out.
I mean, that's just women nature. That's what, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, or a man, if he done with the relationship, he gonna walk away or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? Well, women, she might still be there, but she long gone mentally. You know what I'm saying? That's why the issues happen. This clashing and
yeah,
you know, motherfuckers just irritate all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just need to learn when to let that shit go.
true.
So I do want to add, like I said, back to the question. You said you wanted to lie, but I know everybody lies, right? So what kind of liar are you?
I will lie if I like don't want to talk to somebody. I'll lie for that. Or I'll lie if I really don't want to hurt somebody's feelings like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, to reject a guy is very uncomfortable for me. So I might have to throw a lie in there, like, oh, I'm married, or, you know, something.
Right.
Other than, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, I mean, whether it's little white lies or, motherfucking, you know, people who lie all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. Everybody lies a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, like, I do want to know, like, are you like a good girl at home and a bad girl away on trips, or you do your dirty work at home and you're a good girl on trips?
I'm a good girl all the time and bad at home. Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything on a trip because, again, I don't do strangers. Stranger danger.
Stranger danger.
Yeah.
I fucks with it. So, like, do you feel like you have to be married in order to, like, perform, like, wifey duties?
No, because I don't believe in government marriage in the first place. Like, if I'm with somebody that wants to have the paperwork done, I'm not going to fight that. That's fine. But being that I've been married already before, I know that the relationship is not different once you sign those papers. It's the same relationship that you were in. You just now have to pay your taxes differently, and the government gets to do certain things to you that they couldn't do before. That's literally how I see it. I don't feel like there's really a huge difference. Nothing about the actual relationship changes. Nothing about the way that I see the other person or the other person sees me or how we treat each other changes because we signed the piece of paper that the government says we have to sign. So I don't treat somebody different, and I don't say, like, well, you're not my husband, so I'm not doing that. Or you're not my this. Like, if we're in a relationship, we're in a relationship. Like, that's it for me. Like, That's everything. There's nothing more.
No, that's what's up. Yeah, I like that. I like that answer. I most definitely like that answer. So let me ask you this: do you feel like you need a man?
No.
Okay. So like, what's the ideal husband of yours? Like, if you had to, I guess, create a make believe or just make a husband, how would you put him together?
Just like in every category.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just a general, like what's your ideal husband type shit.
Well, I just want somebody that I can be a family with. Like, I want a family of my own. And I have my kids, you know what I mean? I want that partner aspect. So I just want someone that I can, kind of like do life with, you know what I mean? Somebody that you can conquer all of the issues with, that you can celebrate all the wins with, that you can go to when you need attention, affection, love, all of that just being right there for you, that type of thing. I don't really look for like a list of things specifically, only because I feel like it's unrealistic. I have done that before. And then I feel like what happens is you create an imaginary person in your mind, and then no one's ever going to measure up to that imaginary person, because that person simply does not exist. And so you're never going to be happy with the person that you find that could be perfectly good for you, because you have this idea of this imaginary person in your mind that no one else is living up to. And so you're constantly comparing everyone to your imaginary person you've created. And so I'm just like, okay, let me get rid of this list of expectations, because no one's ever going to meet that. And it's not even necessarily that my expectations were unrealistic. It's just that I'm not God, and I'm not going to sit here and try to decide who my perfect partner is. I'm going to let that person come to me naturally, because they're going to do that regardless. Your person's going to come to you. But I'm not going to hold them to this unrealistic or imaginary list of expectations of this husband that I've created that may not be who they are. But what if everything that they are is everything that I need?
Right.
So that's why I don't have a list. Now, physically, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I love a black man. So like, I'm not here to put down Hispanics or Asian or white men, but I just don't see myself being with a non-black man. So I definitely would prefer if they were black. I would prefer if they were dark skinned. But I'm not against light skin. I don't think that light skinned men are unattractive. I just prefer dark skin. I do prefer someone that is taller than me, because I love to look up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to look my man in the eye, because I have a strong personality, which can sometimes come off as masculine. And when a guy is like my height, I'm only 5'4". You know what I'm saying? So like, even in heels, I'm like 5'7", 5'8", maybe. And I don't want to look my guy in the eye. Like, I want to look up. Like, I want to feel like they're like towering over me. So tall is important to me. I know a lot of guys hate that, but I'm sorry. It just is. And I mean, that's about it for my, I mean, nice body is important too, because I mean, my body is nice. So why can I not want my man's body to be nice? But those are the things that are, my ideal person.
Okay, that was up. So like, have you ever been in love?
Yeah.
Okay. So like, how long ago was your last relationship?
Ooh, child.
She got a sip on that. Look at it.
I am in one right now.
Okay. I wasn't aware. Okay, so I kind of like fucked up the rest of my questions, but not the rest of them, but just the following ones I had off that. Okay, well, I'm assuming, how successful is your current one going?
It's going.
It's going. All right. Yeah, we ain't got to go into that. You know. And then you already answered the question I was going to ask you. Would you ever marry outside your race? You kind of said no. You had your preferences with, you know, saying
Right.
us indigenous man. You know, so that's cool. Um, then I wanted to know, like, do you know what, like, you know, heterosexual man like myself, what we value in a woman?
I'm gonna have to say no, and only because I think it's different for each man. But
It now it is, but you know, for I guess it is different from each man. You know what I'm saying? But like for the most part, you know, I think every man should, and that's why I teach men about accountability, because like you accepting a lot of this BS, you know what I'm saying, from your woman, and you really shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? So, but like we should, it's some bare minimum, some bare requirements that, you know, every man deserves. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that's that though. So we ain't gotta get into it. Uh, like so, Bo, tell me some ways you please a man.
Again, I'm not a one size fits all person, so like I've had to do different things depending on, you know, the person. I try to do things that the person likes. So whether that's like massages or cooking, or it's hard to really say, but I cater to what I've learned about the person and what I feel like the person needs or wants, or is missing or could benefit from, things like that. So like I said, whether it's a massage on a regular basis, or whether it's special dinners, or whether it's a foot rub, or whether it's um, gifts, it just depends on the person, because different things are important to different people.
Right, based on their love language, huh?
Correct. Like my ex was more like, you know, wanted me to cook all the time, and then I've had another, you know, another person just be like, love my massages and just want, you know, a regular massage all the time. So it's just depends.
Okay, so is sex important to you?
Not like everybody else. Like it wouldn't keep me in a relationship. I just had this conversation yesterday, and they were asking, like, you know, basically, would that being good keep me in a relationship? And I was like, no, it's not that important to me where I would stay in a relationship for that. So it is important to me, but not important the way that other people treat it.
Right, you saying like it's important when it's good and everything great. Like basically, got to make sense. Like
Right.
every kind of gotta, like, sex is like that bonus. Like, oh, it's good
Yeah.
sex. Oh, snap. Like, you know what I'm saying? Versus like, oh, this the only thing that's good from this shit.
Right. Right. Or another example would be like, say I was dating someone and they weren't as well endowed. I wouldn't leave them for that reason.
Okay, that makes sense. So have you ever had your heart broken before?
Yeah. Not many times, but
No.
yeah.
Okay, so would you consider yourself to still have like emotional wounds that need to be healed, or have they become emotional scars to where you heal from them?
They're definitely scars.
That's what's up. So tell me like about some of your triggers.
Some of my what?
Triggers, like
Being ignored is a trigger for me. I cannot stand that, actually. I don't like, so like, I mean, there's not really a way to explain that. Just being ignored.
no, I gotta wait because like I guess that would be one of my toxic traits, is from what I heard. Because like, but it's a balance. Like if I'm feeling some type of way, and it's like I know I don't want to lash out or say something that, you know what I'm saying, that's gonna hurt you even more. I need to ignore you. You know what I'm saying? So I can calm down and get my peace of mind together. Then we can come back to the table and I'm cool. But I
Yeah.
will ignore the fuck out of you. You know what I'm saying? I'll put you on ice real quick
Yeah.
because like, I'm trying to prevent more, you know, damage than however I feel about a certain situation. So
Yeah.
you saying that'll drive you crazy?
Not so much that, because that's more of a, emotional need for the other person during like a conflict. So that's different. But like, I'm talking about people that are just like, oh, it took you 5 hours to text me back. Like, why? You know what I mean? And then it's like, what, for me, there's no excuse. Like, you could, unless you were dying or in the hospital, like, it just 5 hours, like, that's excessive to me. So like, I just, lack of attention or being ignored, stuff like that, those are triggers for me. I do not like that. Yelling is a trigger. I do not like like when you're arguing, like yelling and screaming like that. Can't do it. I will shut the whole thing down. Like, we're done talking. Like, once you start yelling at me, we're done talking. The whole conversation's over, and we can finish it when you're calm. But yeah, no, we're not doing that. Tickling is actually
What? Tickling? You don't like me tickling?
No, I hate. When I say hate, I broke up with somebody for tickling me.
Wow.
Because I was tickle tortured when I was a child by all of my uncles. Because remember, I was raised by my grandparents. They had 7 children. Okay. I had 4, which would have been brothers to me. They were uncles, but since I was raised by my grandparents, they were like brothers. Each one would hold a limb. So one had an arm, a leg, and a leg, and they would tickle me until I peed on myself. No. So when I grew up as an adult, I could not stand being tickled. And to this day, I'm like, do not tickle me, even if I'm laughing. Like, if you start tickling me and I laugh, I'm laughing because it's an involuntary reaction. I'm not having a good time. It's not fun. So don't do it. And no. So that's actually a trigger. Like, do not tickle me. I do not like it.
Okay. Dang, it's crazy. I only met one woman in my lifetime who also felt the same way. I just never understood. I'm like, man, you don't like me tickled. Like, who don't like me tickled? You know what I'm saying? But like, in your case, she probably was tickled tortured too.
Right, probably.
And she probably just didn't never elaborate that to me. Because I'm like, dang, so you straight broke up with somebody for tickling you, huh?
I did. Because I told him in the beginning, like, hey, I don't like being tickled. And he was one of those people that would come up behind you and like stick you in the sides and make you jump and just all kind of different like ticklish type of things, or grab your foot and start tickling you and hold. And I'm like, okay. Stop. And he wouldn't stop. Like, he thought it was funny. And I'm like, okay, we're done. I literally left in the middle of a date. And he was like, are you dead ass? I was like, not only am I dead ass, you're blocked.
Damn.
Talk to you again. Like, because I told you I don't like that. And you're doing it.
Anyway.
Yeah, anyway. That's disrespectful to me. So.
Okay.
Those are the triggers.
Don't tickle Bo. Don't tickle Bo.
Do not do it.
Noted. So, like, how many times have you ever been sent to a clinic?
A clinic?
Mm-hmm.
Never. That's
what's up. Have you ever? I think you answered this already. Have you ever been in a domestic abusive relationship?
Yes. A marriage. Yeah.
Okay, marriage. Do you have OnlyFans?
I do.
Okay. Care to elaborate, like, what it is about? Because some people do use business, like, they promoting.
So mine is basically a sexier extension of my Instagram. That's basically it. Like, I don't do full nudity. I don't do sexual acts on camera. I don't do anything sexual. It's literally just an extension of my Instagram and a little bit sexier. So it's like lingerie, sometimes topless, and that's about it.
Okay. So do you have any sex tapes out there?
No.
Okay. Do you have any crazy exes out there?
Yes. I do. Yeah, I do. Not too many though. Like,
God damn, more than one?
So I had to get a restraining order on my ex-husband. But he's cool now. Like, it's expired now and I didn't have to get a new one. So he's good. But my ex, he's a little touched. Yeah.
Got some screws unloose, huh?
Yeah. He's it's been a while, but he definitely did not want to break up. And he did not do well with the breakup. I do want to answer that question right quick. Topless is nude, right? Topless is partially nude, and what I said specifically, you have to listen. I said I don't do fully nude. I had to correct that. I don't like when people do that. When you're trying to like tell me, it's like if you would have been listening, I said I don't do fully nude.
Right. You did say that, you know.
I did.
But you know,
So,
who knows? They might just join. Telling. I ain't.
oh no, but they clearly heard me because they said topless is nude, right? So you heard part of it, but you wasn't listening. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay. So look, y'all. This was the questions part of the actual podcast. So now we're gonna get into more of the segments. So was the questions that bad?
No, the questions were fine.
So how you feeling there? How you feel about the podcast thus far?
I think it's a good podcast. I like it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I think these are very fair questions. Honestly, I wish dating was more like this. Like, I wish you could find out the important stuff about people and then make a decision, like that if you want to date them or not. But unfortunately, this is not what we do.
Right, and it's kind of crazy. Like, I guess maybe, you know, subconsciously, like, kind of.
Sorry, my mom just logged on.
Hey, what's up, Mom?
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you good. I was just saying, like, I guess subconsciously, like, you know, maybe this was kind of like on my path. It was made for me, my purpose, blah, 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 blah. But, like, this kind of is like that. Let me see what a person about before. That's why I say I created for, you know, other heterosexual men like myself to just see, you know, what's even out there. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, anybody, you know, if you don't really get into their mental, you know, you never know what the person could be into. Right. So I created this platform, and I only invite women on, and so therefore it's like you can kind of get to know a woman before you know even want a cold approach in the sense, or you know, or however you want to approach it. You know what I'm saying? So people can kind of get an understanding. So it's kind of like what I made the platform about a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, but we're gonna get into the segments. We got like 4 different segments, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? One of them is called This or That. The other one is called Double Standards. We got a best impressions segment, and we got a Would You Rather segment. And who knows, you know, by the end of the show, I might even I've been getting a lot of requests for people to join the live. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, Bo is in a relationship, so I usually let my guests shoot their shot, you know what I'm saying? So you know, who knows, we might still could do it just for fun, entertainment purposes. But so yeah, let's get on with the segments. So this is called This or That. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. Clean shaved or bearded?
Beard.
Taller than or shorter than?
Taller than.
Older than or younger than?
Younger than.
Hairy chest or bird chest?
Hairy or what?
Basically, like no hair. Hairy your chest or
no hair.
Okay. Protector or provider?
Protector.
9 to 5 or entrepreneur?
Either. I have to choose one.
Yeah.
Entrepreneur.
Rappers or athletes?
Neither. There's athlete.
Okay. Interracial relationships or same race relationships?
Same race.
Smoker or drink?
You're killing me. Smoker.
Okay. Talking on the phone or FaceTime?
FaceTime.
Creative first date or expensive first date?
What was the first one?
Creative first date or expensive first date?
Oh, creative.
Matching fits or color coordinated?
Color coordinated.
Lighter complexion or darker complexion?
Darker.
Hickeys or sexting?
Hickeys.
Doggy style or missionary?
Doggy.
Squirt or cream?
Squirt.
Okay, yeah. So this was this or that. You know what I'm saying? You see how they got spicy as they went
Yeah.
on. All right, so we're gonna go into double standards. All right.
Okay.
So, Bo, is it a double standard for making more money in a relationship?
No.
So you don't. Okay. I mean, I
I
just
don't care
want
who
to
makes.
know.
I could make more. But actually, in all my relationships, I've either made the same or more. So no, I don't care.
Okay, but you don't think it's a double standard in society eyes?
Oh, I do. I do think there's a double standard in society's eyes. Yes.
Okay. All right. So yeah, that's all. Double standards. So that's that segment. You know, what I'm saying these segments are shorter than the questions. So
Okay.
that's how we know we on the conclusion of the show. So this next segment is called best impressions. Now this was just a fun segment I recently created. And I just wanted to test it out and see what's going on. So Bo, give me your best impression of a British girl. Impersonation. When I say say best impersonation of a British girl.
Of a British girl. I can't even think of anything to say. I don't think that I have much to say about that.
That's it. Like that's it. Like that's what I had in mind when I created this. Okay, man, it's gonna be some interesting impersonations.
It is.
So that's that. All right. So now let's get into Would You Rather segment. All right. So Bo, would you rather have a perfectly shaped man who's cockeyed, or a gorgeous man who has halitosis?
You're killing me. The first one.
So a perfectly shaped man who's cockeyed.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah. This has been the conclusion of Wifeable. So Bo, tell me about your feedback. Give me any feedback for the show. What do you think I could do better? What do you think about it just in general?
I enjoyed being a guest on the show. Thank you for inviting me. It was fun. I do think you should take questions, and that we should kind of answer the comments. But I think that overall it was good. I enjoyed the questions. I think the questions are very fair. But yeah, I don't really have much for you. I think you're doing a great job. I think you should take off the shades. I agree with the people. The shades it's been weird a little bit.
Now the only reason I wear shades because I got two phones, so I don't want to be like looking down and you know what I'm saying.
Oh,
so that's just I don't even tell people my sauce like that. But yeah, I ain't cockeyed it. You know what I'm saying? Not at all.
And it's kind of like you're a little dark. Like the room is not well lit, so the shades are kind of like it's just making everything dark on your end.
No, I feel that. Yeah, I don't. I haven't set up a ring light. I see you got your ring light set up and shit that. You know what I'm saying? You glowing over there. You glowing over there. No, but most definitely tell the people where they can find you on social media. And, because this will be broadcast and we syndicate it on Hot 365 Radio too. So, after the show, I send them the audio file and it'll be on the radio. So, this is actually a pretty big deal. So tell the people where they can find you on social media.
Yes. So my handle is The Real Boho Bae. That's TheRealBohoBae. And that's on TikTok and Instagram. You can also go to the links in my bio there to get to all other social medias. I'm not going to list them all right now because there's a lot. But they are all in the bio of my Instagram. So you can get to my OnlyFans from there. You can get to my I have 2 TikToks. You can get to them both from there. I am on Bigo. You can get to that from there. But Just go to the Real Boho Bay on either TikTok or Instagram, and you can get to everything else from the bio.
Okay, let's show. And only reason I haven't took people questions because I like people to donate to the show. You know what I'm saying, and then their questions will be more like, okay, you donate. You know what I'm saying. So it's like now, let me see what you got to talk about because everybody got an opinion, but I only care about those who actually want me to see their opinion.
Right. That's fair.
And then besides that, let me see. Oh yeah, I gotta make sure everybody vote. So all 21 people that's tuned in right now, 20 plus, whatever the case may be, drop a ring emoji or X emoji if you think Miss Boho Bay is wifeable or not wifeable. And I think they want you to type your handle in too.
Okay.
Yeah, so drop them rings or drop them X's if y'all think or don't think Miss Boho Bay is wifeable. Give y'all a couple minutes to do that.
Here we go.
And I'm going to pin that comment. Somebody say you wifeable. I mean, you've been having a lot of rings. I haven't seen not one X, throughout the show. So, I think the people most definitely believe you wifeable. Okay, you still got the rings coming. Drop them rings, drop them X's, which I think you got them rings.
The verdict is in.
Right. I mean, you already been married twice. You know what I'm saying? So that ain't two other men believed it, and everybody
engaged after that.
You said what?
And engaged after that.
And engaged after that. So yeah, so most definitely wifeable. It's unanimous decision. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that voted. You know what I'm saying? But if you just joined, watch the recap. I'm gonna upload it. You know what I'm saying? Also tune in to the YouTube channel, subscribe or whatever. We trying to get me to 1,000 subscriptions. You know what I'm saying? Subscribers, whatever you want to call it. And then therefore, you know what I'm saying, we can start monetizing this thing so I can keep bringing beautiful women on like Bo. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate everybody that joined the show. Thank you, Bo, for your time. And I appreciate you and look forward to working with you on other projects as well.
Yes, thank you.
All right, cool. Peace out, y'all.
Bye.